A disciple complained to King, the eyes of all men seem to be alike. I detect no difference in them. Yet some men are blind, their eyes do not see. The ears of all men seem to be alike. I detect no difference in them. Yet some men are deaf, their ears do not hear. The minds of all men have the same nature. I detect no difference between them, but the mad cannot make another man's mind their own. Here am I, apparently like the other disciples, but there is a difference. They get your meaning and put it in practice. I cannot. You tell me, hold your being secure and quiet. Keep your life collected in its own center. Do not allow your thoughts to be disturbed. But however hard I try, Tao is only a word in my ear. It does not ring any bells inside. King Sen replied, I have nothing more to say. Bantams do not hatch goose eggs, though the fowl of Lu can. Complained to King, the eyes of all men seemed. King San replied, I have nothing more to say. Bantams do not hatch goose eggs, though the fowl of Lu can. It is not so much a difference of nature as a difference of capacity. My capacity is too slight to transform you. Why not go south and see Lao Tzu? The disciple got some supplies, traveled 7 days and 7 nights alone, and came to Lao Tzu. Lao asked, Do you come from Kang? Yes, replied the student. Who are all those people you have brought with you? The discipline whirled round to look. Nobody there. Panic. Lao said, Don't you understand? The disciple hung his head, confusion, then a sigh. Alas, I have forgotten my answer. More confusion. I have also forgotten my question. Lao said, What are you trying to say? The disciple, When I don't know, people treat me like a fool. When I do know, the knowledge gets me in trouble. When I fail to do good, I hurt others. When I do good, I hurt myself. If I avoid my duty, I am remiss. But if I do it, I am ruined. When I do know, the knowledge gets me in trouble. When I fail to do good, I hurt others. When I do good, I hurt myself. If I avoid my duty, if I avoid my duty, I am remiss. But if I do it, I am ruined. How can I get out of these contradictions? That is what I came to ask you. Lao Tzu replied, A moment. I looked into your eyes. I saw you were hemmed in by contradictions. Your words confirm this. You are scared to death, like a child who has lost father and mother. You're trying to sound the middle of the ocean with a 6-foot pole. You've got lost and are trying to find your way back to your own true self. You find nothing but illegible signposts pointing in all directions. I pity you. The disciple asked for admittance, took a cell, and there meditated, trying to cultivate qualities he thought desirable and get rid of others which he disliked. 10 days of that despair. Lao Tzu replied, A moment ago. I looked into your eyes. I saw you were hemmed in by contradictions. Your words confirm this. You are scared to death like a child who has lost father and mother. You're trying to sound the middle of the ocean with a 6-foot pole. You have got lost and are trying to find your way back to your own true self. You find nothing but illegible signposts pointing in all directions. I pity you. The disciple asked for admittance, took a cell, and there meditated, trying to cultivate qualities he thought desirable and get rid of others which he disliked. 10 days of that despair. Miserable, said Lao, all blocked up, tied in knots. Try to get untied. If your obstructions are on the outside, do not attempt to grasp them one by one and thrust them away. Impossible. Learn to ignore them. If they are within yourself, you cannot destroy them piecemeal, but you can refuse to let them take effect. If they are both inside and outside, do not try to hold on to Tao. Just hope that Tao will keep hold of you.
Eyes, I saw you were hemmed in by contradictions. Your words confirm that.
If they are both inside and outside, do not try to hold on to Tao. Just hope that Tao will keep hold of you. The disciple groaned when a farmer gets sick, and the other farmers come to see him. If he can at least tell them what is the matter, his sickness is not bad. But as for me in my search for Tao, I am like a sick man who takes medicine. That makes him 10 times worse. Just tell me the first elements, I will be satisfied. Lao Tzu replied, can you embrace the one and not lose it? Can you foretell good things and bad without the tortoise shell or the straws? Can you rest where there is rest? Do you know when to stop? Can you mind your own business without cares, without desiring reports of how others are progressing? Can you stand on your own feet? Can you duck? Can you be like an infant that cries all day without getting a sore throat, or clenches his fist all day without getting a sore hand, or gazes all day without straining?
Do not try to hold on to doubt.
You can make a broad comment such as that. I think you can anecdotally maybe argue that, but I don't know whether you can make a broad commentary to that point.
Okay. So, well, it comes down to whether you think food dyes are carcinogenic or.
I'm not arguing. I'm not arguing that that there ought not to be higher standards on food products in the United States. That's not the argument. The argument is the comment that he made, and then he backed that up by making. I asked for one example, and the example he made didn't hold. I said, "What inferior products are we exporting to other countries?" That was a question I asked.
Yeah, milk products are one of them.
But when he made that comment, he said that the EU have shut it down, and they haven't. And if you think that the milk that is harvested in Maine ought not to be distributed in Quebec because it's inferior, then don't accept the product. That's all. You have your standards and we have ours. Thank you, Adam. We'll go on to Al.
Well, Gary, I want to thank the past caller for pointing out that the cost of toilet paper could wipe everybody out, even Trump supporters.
Wipe us out. Very cute. Did you mean it that way?
I did. Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Gary, past performance is absolutely no guarantee of future performance, but it is a pretty damn good predictor. And I was on this stage several months ago, and I made the comment that Trump declared bankruptcy 6 times. And I have a vivid memory of the person after me going ballistic on you. And I appreciate that you didn't respond to it necessarily, but saying it's not illegal to go bankrupt. And he's absolutely right. I will bend over backwards to agree with Trump supporters. It is not illegal to go bankrupt, but it is a pretty damn good predictor of what's going to happen in the future. And I think that one of the things that Trump didn't really suffer is any real harm from the 6 bankruptcies that he went through. But I'll tell you what, someone did. Some shareholders did. Some bondholders did. Some employees did. He always passes along the pain to someone else. Scott made the point earlier that this is a high stakes game of poker, and I've heard another one of our friends make that comment. And all I can say in response is that A, the stock market is not a game. It is real. And B, if it is, I don't want to be a pawn in that damn game. And so I think this treats a very serious policy issue frivolously, and I think that's unfortunate. If you view the stock market as being just a game, you have no business in it. If you view buying an insurance policy as a bet, I may make that argument to sell it to you if you're a gambler, but it's not good for your family if that's how you look at it. So, I don't. To answer your specific question, I have no idea whether it's intentional on Trump's part or not, but I do think it was highly predictable. And I do think the dollar drop will absolutely hurt, to respond to one of the things that was said earlier, the average citizen, even who doesn't hold stocks, although most Americans do, and they don't even realize it because it's in their pension plans and their 401ks. But it's not only are tariffs going to make things more expensive, but the drop in the dollar will also make imports much more expensive. So, I don't see how this can be anything but inflationary in that sense. Yes, it may help us with exports. And I appreciate very much the earlier caller who made the point that we don't necessarily have the supply chains in line to manufacture products in a hurry. The kind of capital that we have, as I've tried to point out in the past, was very different 150, 200 years ago than it is today. We had land capital. We had lumber capital. Today we import lumber. We had natural resources capital. Today we import natural resources. We had cheap labor. Cheap labor is not going to be the solution here, regardless of how much Trump may want it to be. So the lower dollar may lower the cost of our exports, but even that isn't going to matter if some of these other trade barriers are not removed, and tariffs are not the whole thing. So my closing points here will be that given the trade barriers that exist and the tariffs that other companies are going to impose in a trade war, this is going to be an extreme uphill climb, and there is absolutely no way that we will make up in tariffs what we're trying to reduce in federal taxation. Finally, I would say, in God we trust, but in Trump we doubt. Thank you.
Thank you for that, Alan, and we'll go to Dick.
Please don't scroll. I'm just trying to be. Please don't scroll.
gets me in trouble when I fail to do good.
Please don't scroll. Please don't.
This is a backflip from every country.